and welcome to the program, The Missing Link. The Missing Link is a program of the Hearts to Build initiative targeted towards ensuring that the youths have a holistic development. Now, having the mindset transformed positively and delivering impact is their favorite concern. Victoria Chia is my name, and you are listening to Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. As usual, I'm not alone in the studio. With me is the phenomenal and experienced life coach, Mrs. Onyinye Raf Nwachuku, a co-founder of the Hearts to Build initiative. Ma'am, you're welcome.
It's good to have you again. Good evening, listeners, and thank you, Victoria, for doing a great job. It's good to be back again on another Saturday, last Saturday of the month, in a sense.
Yeah, it's so good to have you. Today, Father Augustine will not be joining us, and here it's on a very crucial assignment. And I know he's super proud, and he'll be listening wherever he is.
Yeah, he has to.
Yes, he has to. Anthony, you're welcome. I want to remind our listening that today that you are and Father Augustine, a co-founder of the Hearts to Build initiative. And you're very much seated here, beautifully looking.
Hey.
Yes, Antonio and Father Augustine are co-founders of the Hearts to Build initiative. And we'll not waste your time so that we can open the phone line so that you start calling in and have a conversation quickly. And anyone who is joining us now, this is The Missing Link, and you're listening to Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. Let's quickly get into the major focus of today. So today we are looking at the topic upscaling, like upskilling, you know, the word skill, upskilling, yeah, as the strike lingers. Upskilling as the strike lingers. And then I know someone just joined me to say upskilling kwa. Don't worry, shortly we're going to find out exactly what upskilling it's all about. Antonio, can you help us understand now what is upskilling all about?
All right, let me just take your minds back to why we chose this. To remember, the focus of the Heart to Build initiative is to kind of ensure that our young ones between the ages of 16 and 35, have a holistic development.
Yes.
And we're talking about things that concern these people. It's really over 130 days.
Okay.
Our young people have been at home due to no reason of theirs. It's not their making, but have been forced to stay at home. And we're looking at how can we encourage them to maximize whatever they're doing at this moment, not to look at what they're facing, but find a way to maximize the opportunities this strike has given them, because we don't even know when it's going to end.
That's true.
A few hours ago, I listened to the national president of ASU talking to us via a national network, and he was saying that Minister of Labour is saying one thing, ASU is saying another thing. We don't even know when this thing is going to end. And for goodness sake, we have our younger ones who are at home. How can we begin to help them? How can we help them, to think the other way around, to find a way to engage themselves and be useful to themselves and to the society? So we're talking about how to ensure that the energy they have, even though they are discouraged, they are depressed at the moment, can they find a way to turn that energy to make it a positive energy and do something for themselves? So that's what we came about, upskilling as the skill, as the strike lingers. We don't know when it's going to end.
Okay. So
upskilling means learning new skills. It's a process of learning new skills. If you remember, I have come to this station. This is about the third outing.
Yes.
And we're talking about being deliberate, being intentional of what we are doing. So going about learning something new. So it's all about upskilling, learning new skills. It could be soft skills, it could be enterprise skills.
Okay.
But learning something new.
All right. Skill. So why is upskilling now very much important than ever before? Why is it very important?
If you ask me, I want to say that we're having at the moment a kind of revolution of skills.
Okay.
Even you, I'm sure you're doing something for yourselves apart from working in this firm. I'm also doing something. So every person you find is trying to do something for him or herself to skill up. It's very, very important. You need to have something else you're doing to help yourself.
True.
To help yourself. If not for anything, just to help yourself, to add value to yourself, and then add value to some other person and to the society at large.
Okay, so before now, upskilling was not very important. People could just relax. They wouldn't add anything. What do you think led to the rise in upskilling? Why? What do you think?
Okay, let me take you back, minds, to the studio. You're working in the studio. Before now, if you enter a radio studio, you find various persons working, doing different work.
True.
But today, you're manning the console and you're speaking.
That's correct.
So if you're not able to learn the skill of manning this console, you cannot do anything. It's not a skill you've acquired. So when you learn new skills, you make yourself better equipped to face challenges. If, for instance, someone is going to employ you as a secretary, but know that you're also very good in computer application, in the use of Excel, Microsoft Word, you are another advantage to that company. So he or she will be happy to have you.
Very correct.
Do you understand? Okay, someone employs you to do something, and you can also do another thing. The person, oh wow, I'm so happy. So, in as much as it's going to make some persons to be unemployed, it may be kind of reduction in workforce. It adds value to the individuals. It also brings value to the society or the company you work in, or even for yourself if you're working on your own.
Okay, so bringing value. So, is there a difference between upskilling and reskilling?
Okay, reskilling is like, let's take for instance now, we are working let me use this radio station. Let's say that you are working in programs.
Okay.
In programs, you are just a presenter.
Yes.
And they say, okay, tomorrow, Victoria, go to the news department. We want you to learn how to cover stories, report news.
Okay.
Now you're going to learn the acts of news reporting. You're going to learn, maybe they can also move you to the makeup section to learn how to make up guests before they appear on your program. Remember, before now, the radio today has gone, both online and physical. It's no more like the radio that is a blind medium. Now you're also live streaming. People are seeing us. So now, if for instance you do not know all these things, you cannot fit into this station. I'm sure they also employed you because they know you have other things to add, not just that you can speak English. After all, everybody can speak English.
Correct.
So that's what we're talking about here.
So when we talk about, you're saying upskilling has to do with
learning new skills.
Learning new skills.
Reskilling is like when you are in an establishment, they move you to another place to learn another thing.
So that means upskilling is building on the one you already have.
Exactly.
Building on. I like that.
So it's learning new thing, learning something new.
Okay, so is there a question? One might ask the person's self to clarify or identify an area the person needs to know upskill on. Are there questions?
Before now we have always devoted our mindsets on. Go to the university, acquire a degree, you have a first class, go to the polytechnic, do this one. But now that we're on strike, some of us, for instance, when I studied during my undergraduate years, I spent 6 years because of strike. A 4-year program, I spent 6 years in the university. And then I had this kind of mindset to learn something new. Even though I studied a course that was also practical based, I studied find and apply that. So I was able to keep myself busy. Now, there was so much emphasis before now on just having the certificates, but in today's world you need to have those skills. That's why we have this introduction of entrepreneurial studies in universities, and I'm sure in every university now, before you graduate, apart from the GS courses you're doing, you do some entrepreneurial courses.
True.
That gives you an added advantage to who you are and what you're going to become on graduation.
So if I find out what I want to become, what should I ask myself? Is there questions I'm supposed to ask myself, like in this particular area now? How do I upgrade? How do I upskill? What exactly?
All right. Nobody wants to suffer life. Let me suffer life.
No way. Nobody likes that.
Okay, but you also know that you can actually go into farming. It mustn't be large scale farming.
Okay.
It's a dirty job, yes. But when you're enjoying your broiler, when you're taking your barbecue fish, you forget the pains you went through keeping those things in the pond. You understand?
Yes,
so you ask yourself, for me, it's about trying new things. There's nothing you cannot do. For me, anything the mind can conceive, can actually do. Try new things, expand your horizon, Explore on what you can. Don't just get, closed up on, it's only this thing I can only press phone. See, even your mother in the village that is not lettered now knows how to use WhatsApp.
Very true.
COVID has made us to know how to do a lot of things. So you find that it's not just that. Don't go out of your way to be deliberate to learn something new. Some persons can't actually speak in the public. Do you know that?
I know.
You see someone looking so elegant, ask him or her to come and address the public. The person PPO.
Voila.
So it's also a skill. Public speaking is a skill. Going to learn carpentry. How many persons actually have bothered to go and learn how to cobbler? It's only the aboki you see carrying those things. How many of our young persons in the village, our shoes get spoiled? Why can't I learn something new? Why can't I do something with my hands? Why can't I explore what God has given me to learn something? Go around your compound, just plant ugu, plant pepper. Few months time you go and harvest them. You feel good. I mean, there's a way you feel when you do those things. When you can create something. Learn to create something.
Okay, so is there anyone right here on earth right now that it's not capable of upskilling?
Victoria, you see, that takes us to the very first program we had. No person was born useless.
Okay.
God gave us potentials. The essence of this How to Build initiative is to help you to develop your potentials. Some of us need direction to develop what we have. Some persons don't know what they have, except somebody kind of guides them through, directs their mind, and they say, okay, I can actually do this thing. And the only way to learn is to start doing.
Correct. To start doing.
To start doing.
When you say start doing, is it just do anything? Just
do something.
Okay,
do something.
So you had it correctly.
Even if it means to pass thread onto the needle eye. Learn how to do that. Some people don't know how to do it. Your button just got loosened, and you're going to one person that you're going to pay 5 naira or 10 naira to do it. Why can't you just pass that thread, that needle eye, and sew your button back?
Okay, since people, I know there are a lot of people that are interested in upskilling, and they've tried. Some people have done baking, did not work. Some people did makeup, they could not identify how to draw a brow. Some people went into carpentry and they did not do well. So at this point, where someone is trying to upskill but is not being able to master it, what do you think could be the challenges, and how can the person really do this upskilling?
Okay, that takes us back to mentorship.
Okay.
Are there persons you have seen doing those things? There are persons that have been able to maybe learn how to make up, and there are some, they could be your friends. Once in a while you find people advertise. See, the only way to learn to do is to try. If, for instance, you've been able to try one thing or the other and you're not able to do it, okay, I can't fit in here. You find another thing. For instance, photography. Yes, everybody can use his or her phone camera to take a photograph, but we have professional photographers.
Yes,
and when you see them take shots, you find out that they are creative in their shots. It's not like the regular photography you see. So for me, get someone who is into that. Get someone who becomes your role model. Get someone to teach you, to take you through that. There are some challenges. I mean, somebody will tell me that I need money to start off something.
Yes.
But there are things you don't actually need money to start.
Like?
You say like? Victoria, you're in your house.
Yes.
In today's world, people do dry cleaning services.
Okay.
Maybe in your family house, at least you have water. Let's say that you have a borehole, or you can find water somewhere, and you tell your neighbor, bros, I'm washing in case you need someone to do this. I can wash these clothes, and I iron it. You do it one day, second day, 1 week. People are patronizing you. The next thing the little money you're able to make, you go and brand it. It looks very well packaged, very attractive. People want to patronize you. So there are so many things you don't really need that money. But again, if you want to go into large scale, it's good for you to do a kind of an assessment to know how it's going to work. But know that it's not going to be easy. Nothing good comes easy. You're going to be sometime challenged. Don't be discouraged. Just remain focused. You're going to get somewhere.
Okay, remain focused. You are going to get somewhere. We are going to ask just a very simple question. And while we open the phone lines, how have you been coping or trying to upskill during the strike period. The number to call is 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also, join the conversation on our Facebook page at Hats to Build Initiative and drop your comments on what you've actually been doing with the strike period. Have you just been sitting at home or have you been learning a skill? Call in and let us know.
Exactly. I want to hear that.
Keep the calls coming in. While we're waiting for the calls, I want to ask for someone like me right now. Let me use for example. Right now, I'm into makeup, and I'm also a presenter. And right now, I have my struggles. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
My name is Chukwemeka. Yeah, I can hear you.
Chukwemeka, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, I'm good.
Hello, Chukwemeka, we can hear you.
Okay, well, during this strike period...
Are you a student, by the way?
Yeah, I'm a student.
Okay.
In your university, in your village, or which one is your university? Or have you forgotten your university too?
Okay, I'm a final year student of Michael University of Agriculture.
Okay.
Yes, I should have graduated, but the strike is still holding us back.
It's well.
Okay, so what's your department, Emeka?
Okay, I'm studying microbiology.
So what have you been doing? That's our interest this evening. Any skill?
Okay. Not really a skill though, but I've been busy. I'm studying microbiology, so I've been keeping myself busy in the hospital laboratory.
Okay.
That's my line of study. At least I'm learning how to run more diagnosis, unlike the ones I did during my practical year.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just you probably following upskilling in your area. Is there something different you've actually learned during the strike period?
Okay, yes. I learned a couple of new stuff at the lab. Because as the day goes by, there are better ways to run diagnosis in the hospital, not the usual we do it in the time. So I'm learning new ways to run diagnosis.
Well, Chukwemeka, you're talking about your area. You're a microbiologist in waiting. Have you veered into other areas just to learn something new, not something that you're going to do in the lab? That's what I'm trying to find out from you.
Okay, yes. I've learned something new apart from the lab as well. I have this passion for acting, so I got someone who is mentoring me in writing of scripts.
Awesome.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. And that's what we've been looking out for since. We've been trying to hear so that we'll know exactly when you are not a lab scientist, what are you? So we could actually call you a script writer right now in Macon, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you. It's been nice listening to you. Please keep upskilling. Very important.
Hello. Okay, so we missed that one. Keep the calls coming in. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. We'll be expecting your calls. What have you been doing during the strike period?
Hello?
Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm Chamaka. I'm calling from Mwaya.
Chamaka, you're welcome to the show, The Missing Link. Go ahead. What have you been doing?
Is she a student, by the way? Are you a student?
Oh, okay. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm a student at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka.
Studying what?
I study real estate.
Real estate. Real money.
Yeah. So, during this strike period, I've been able to work in a block industry, an industry that produces blocks and supplies building materials because it's still a part of real estate. It's still connected to real estate. And apart from that, I have been able to learn how to cut hair, like being a professional barber.
Wow. Have you heard that?
As in now, it's amazing, and it's going to distinguish you.
Girl.
I'm telling you, Chamaka, way to go! You are doing amazing. Okay,
Thank you.
So are you enjoying it, by the way?
Yes, of course. I mean, in the beginning, I thought it was just going to be all stressful, but with time and after learning, I've been able to cut some people's hair. Yes, it's stressful, but it's worth it and it's fun. And you know, when you're having fun while doing something stressful, you won't even notice.
Are they paying you, by the way? Are you making some little change?
I've been able to make some money cutting people's hair. But I'm still in the learning process because learning never ends. But I've learned a great deal because I've spent like 3 months there.
Wow.
Yeah.
okay. So we are looking out for. Is it Amaka Babs, or is that your brand name? What exactly are we going to be expecting? You know, to be that brand name? Do you already have one?
I don't have one, but when I do, of course, I won't hesitate to let you know about it.
Okay, Victoria has just given you an assignment. Begin to have a name you're going to call a brand name for your company, because we can see it coming up before the end of the year. Is that a deal?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
That yes was stressed.
Yeah, thank you for calling in, Amaka. Thank you
Thank you so
much.
much.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Thank you, Amaka, for calling in. You heard it. A lady who is making waves and trying to learn a new skill, and she's actually learning how to cut hair.
Wow.
That's very beautiful.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Alison Mercy. I'm calling from Imo State. Where?
Your name is Darlington.
Chidalu
Oh,
Queen Mary. Another queen.
Chida.
Mercy.
Queen Mercy or Chidalu? Which one should we take now?
Anyone. Queen Mercy, Chidalu.
Okay, but you're a queen. You're a queen.
Okay. Chidalu, are you a student?
I'm a student.
Of which university?
Imo State University.
IMSU. All right. So, Chidalu, what have you been doing with the strike period?
Okay. I started learning a skill. Shoemaking.
Shoemaking.
What's your department in school, by the way? What's your department in school?
Nutrition and dietetics.
Wow, nutrition and dietetics.
Wow. Look at the difference. Nutrition and dietetics, and you're learning a new skill on how to make shoes, right?
Yes.
How's the journey been?
Ma?
How has the journey to shoemaking been?
Okay, very smooth. I thank God. At least I've really learned a lot.
Okay. Have you been able to create your own designs?
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
I'm making my own.
wow.
You did what? You have some you paid.
Ma?
You have done some for yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Even for my mom, for some customers too.
Look at
Okay,
that.
Chidalu, I'm going to ask you to have some of the shoes you've made. Go to our Facebook page and share some of them there. I mean, it's amazing to have a young girl into shoemaking. By the way, what happened to your fingers? Are your hands rough?
No, not strong. We wear a glove.
Okay.
Protect yes.
Okay.
So in as much as we wear gloves, it's normally on the recycling because we do recycling as well.
Okay.
So it's when maybe you are trying to dismantle the shoes, like we are trying to lose it. Maybe remove the spoiled side, like the spoiled leather. That's when you discover that it's either maybe mistakenly the scissors will hurt your hand, or the knife, or maybe just pierce your hand, that kind of thing.
Oh,
But it's part of it now.
yes.
Okay, Chidalu, before you cut in, Gloria, Chida, let me ask you, being a girl, have you been like, asked, what are you doing with shoemaking, fine babe like you? I mean, that kind of stigma. Have you ever faced such thing?
Ma?
Have you ever faced that stigma of, babe, how can you be doing shoemaking? You're a shoemaker. No.
Seriously, even when I started it, when I told my parents I want to go and learn, my dad was expecting to hear maybe like as I'm in the science field now. He was expecting to hear what's it called, like bakery, all this tasty stuff. But I told him I don't have this for it. I've already started as a matter of fact. You know, thank God, I told him, I calm down. I didn't come to ask you for the money. I started. I just want to tell you. Okay, he did not talk. He just shouted. The next day, I came back to Flora. Shouting. This kind of nonsense. Initially, what I wanted to learn was mechanic. My father talk. He was a what of I don't understand. Only the master. I think it's what I asked you for. My mom kept quiet. He said, now that I'm gone, like, I tried with Jarolo. I didn't have to be fixing my dad shoe. And he's not calling me, hey, I have this people rich. He's not praising me.
Oh, you have a new name now, Operator. Oh, thank you,
thank you so much. You just made my evening. Please, when you're done with shoemaking, go and learn mechanic.
Hey, go ahead.
Sure, I will learn mechanic when I'm done with schooling.
All right, thank you very much. So, do what I've asked you to do. Share some of your products on our page, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much for being part of this program. Thank you, Chidalo.
Thank you, Chilada, for calling me.
Thank you.
Oh,
wow. And you're here learning makeup.
It's been refreshing to hear that.
I mean, I can imagine that girl. She's going to make some good money.
I'm telling you.
And she has stood herself out. The other one is learning barbing, a girl.
Yes.
And Chukwuemeka is trying to learn how to write scripts for dramas and plays. I mean, hasn't the strike paid off?
It has. I'm talking about turning trash into treasure. So you can actually maximize the strike period. Don't just be there at home. Antonia, are there any final encouraging words you have for anyone who is yet to start upskilling?
Oh, well, by next week we are going to look at again a part 2 of this program, and maybe consider some of the tips you can give people, or give them some guidelines or where they can actually learn something at no cost to themselves. And I'm sure I and my partner will come up with to see how we can actually encourage 1 or 2 persons to that. But I want to tell you something. Do not be discouraged. No matter how dirty, no matter how hard it looks, just focus on your goal and you're going to get it done. And when you're done, you feel so excited and you feel so proud. And some of us will be so proud that you set yourself aside other people.
Thank you so much. Is there any giveaway today?
We're going to give away by next week.
Okay.
That will be the first Saturday in July, and by that time we'll be marking our first month on this show. Do you understand? But I know that some persons that we gave 20 gigabytes last week, they've actually gone online to appreciate that we gave about 3 persons 20 gigabytes of data. And you see, these students, these young persons have been so excited about that particular kind gesture. And I want to thank my partner and the Heart to Build initiative. Let's keep building our young people.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Onyinye Nwachukwu and Father Augustine Obi, for this great initiative. We're sorry we can no longer take calls, but you can always call in, next Saturday, same time on this beautiful station.
I'll go to our Facebook page, yeah?
Yes, or go to the Facebook page on Hearts to Build initiative and drop your comments, and join the conversation. And I trust you've gained great knowledge today. Please apply them. Please do something. Don't just stay there. The Missing Link comes your way every Saturday by 4 p.m. on your phenomenal station, The Flow of God's Own State. It's been your queen, Victoria Chie, behind the MIC, and I've had the beautiful Mrs. Raf Onyinye, and together we're saying, have a lovely evening.
Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.